How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well.
You guys we are the champions playing like endlessly. Was that intentional?
100%. I want it to become monotonous, like who gives a crap? Like you're gonna be told so many good things forever. You better it become monotonous to you that it's irrelevant. Nobody cares, right? So we're just trying to make last year irrelevant because nobody cares anymore. So we're gonna do things and play things that make last year irrelevant. We talk to our guys, we're gonna handle success fine. How are we gonna handle this year when we get punched in the face? Because nobody's punched us in the face. Nobody's talking about punching us in the face. They're just giving us our roses. So we got to be ready to get hit in the face this year, not the handle success part. We'll be fine there.
Yep.
It's when we get hit.
How fun was it just to be back on the field for the first time?
Oh, it's awesome. You love this. I mean, this is what you coach for. You coach to do this, not all the other stuff.
That was your idea?
Yeah, I like to do stuff to mess with people.
Yeah.
You lost some key starters last year. That's behind you now. How are things moving forward with this group?
I think good. Obviously, day one, no pads. I mean, we're not really playing football right now, so it's hard to tell. I think we got to do a better job as a staff getting guys to finish to the ball today. Organizationally, partly is me. We had the referees blowing the whistle when I should be blowing it, so then our players were stopping early, so I got to clean that up. On my end, I got to get better to get our guys running through the whistle a little bit longer here in these shorter practices that we're starting with.
What's the biggest difference between Sam last year?
I mean, one day, but I would say just his confidence to go out there and lead. And if he sees something, to run over to a player and say, hey, I see it like this. I need you to tempo that route more. You're getting there too fast. Or I need you to come out at a different angle. So I would just say his confidence to go teach the other guys or explain to the other guys what he's looking for and the type of ball he wants to throw there.
When we've been talking to a lot of the players, they've brought up the have more fun working harder than anyone else in the country without us bringing it up for them. What has it meant to you that they're starting to bring that culture out themselves as well?
Yeah, I think that's just what we're trying to create. And I think a culture's great on a wall. It's great, but if you can't feel it, if you can't feel the culture, then it's not real. So for me, it's more, I want to see the culture. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear us repeat it. I don't want us to have to memorize, they have to memorize it and all that, but I don't make them repeat it very often. I want to feel what our culture is. That's what our culture is. What I put on there is what I would like it to be. Who we are is the culture. So the fact that our guys are saying it, they're having fun out here, we got to push them harder because today we did not work harder than anybody in the country. So we got to as a staff organize it a little more to push ourselves a little harder at the end of reps.
Coach, 2024 set the bar pretty high for you guys. A little bit different this year coming into spring than it was last year, and how do you match that effort and energy?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's who cares? Nobody cares. Somebody, Trenton Bourget sent me a clip the other day. A sailboat doesn't sail on yesterday's wind. There's not a better quote for this year than that. Is you don't go nowhere if there's no wind. And our leaders, our best players are the wind of our program. They're the guys that are going to push this boat, and everybody else is just going to be on the boat, and they're going to go with it. And our best players got to be the wind that moves this boat, and we'll only go as far as them.
Was everybody out here today that you expected?
Yes.
You're taking Kanye Udo and his potential to be that featured running back?
Yeah, he's one of the guys competing for the job. There's not one guy here that showed up here and I said, you're the starting running back. There's a guy that said there's an open starting running back job, but we've got a bunch of other good running backs to compete with. So there's not one person that's on this field that's new that was promised they were going to start, told they were going to start. They were just told there's an opportunity. It's on you to win it.
Any other programs have canceled their spring game entirely? What can we expect from your spring game, and what value do you still see in it?
Yeah, we're going to be competing. I like to see some of the guys that aren't used to playing under the lights play under the lights and compete and communicate in more of a game-like setting. So that's what I take out of the spring game. Some of the older guys, we know Xavier Halford and Miles Rouser and CJ Fight and Ben Coleman, they've played under the lights. Do they really need another rep of that? Probably not. But do some of these younger guys, like Rodney Bimage, has done unbelievable this offseason. Absolutely unbelievable. Does he need reps, full speed, under the lights with some pressure on him? I think so. So I think those are the guys that we're really trying to maximize the spring showcase or the, what do we call it, a Fan Fest? Thank you. The Fan Fest for.
You mentioned Rodney. Are there any other guys who were maybe a little bit more behind the scenes last year that you've seen make big strides?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bunch. I think you talk Rodney in the DB room. Tony has gained 20 pounds. Chris Johnson has gained 18 pounds. Martell Hughes has gained 20 pounds since he's been here. Ramar's gained 30. Terrell Kim's lost about 45 pounds in a good way since he's been here. So I think there's a ton. A few of our young bucks, like Corey Butler's flashed, Uriah's flashed. I mean, we've had a few guys really impress us early and really push themselves.
Coach, I know day one. Done in these 15 practices.
Yeah, we need to keep the standard and raise it. You know, if we're the same team as we were last year, if we're the same standard as we were last year, somebody's going to surpass us. Because whenever you set the bar, there's a reason records get broken. Because whenever you set a bar, people break them. It's the nature of it. Every record gets broken, or most records get broken because everybody gets better. So because we were somewhere last year, we're going to be broken. The team of last year would be beat this year multiple times. So if we're not a better team, then we're going to lose. And we got to understand that. Then we got to push ourselves past that point.
And then you said, obviously, like finishing to the whistle, but overall, I mean, I know it's day one, they're going to have energy, but you like the overall energy communication with the guys on the field?
Yeah, I did. I thought the energy was good. I mean, you guys were out here. I thought it wasn't like a lulled deal. Like I said, I just still think and part of the not running through the whistle is my fault because we were blowing the whistle so fast. So when I say not running through the whistle wasn't elongated enough for them to actually run to the ball to really see what the true effort level was. So part of that's on me that I got to get cleaned up.
This is your third spring now. How much different is this one than the first one?
Pretty drastic. Pretty drastic. I can say that. You know. So
We got Sam late, so one more. For Kanye, obviously, the Army. How do you think that rigorous schedule kind of helped shape his discipline as a competitor?
Yeah, he's just a great young man. He's a great competitor. He's super intelligent. So I think the structure is probably less than what he's used to. So it's a positive, and he's got more time to really work on himself and stuff like that. But he's a great young man. I'm glad we have him in the program, and I'm excited to see him compete. So now you guys get to talk to Sam. That's the real star. I just hope he does well.